upon a time, there was a little village called Not I. Now, all the families in Not I were very selfish. They cared only for themselves, and they never helped anybody, ever. They were unkind most of the time. Well, one dark and stormy night, an old woman walked through the village, knocking on all the doors and asking for help. Not one house would give her shelter from the rain, and not one house would give her anything to eat until she got to the last house on the farthest lane. And this is the house where Charity lived. Charity welcomed the old woman into the house. And she made dinner for her and gave her a warm place to sleep. She was the only one that had shown her any kindness at all. Well, the next morning, when Charity woke up, she stretched and yawned and realized that the old lady was gone. And everyone in the village, including Charity, had been turned into animals. Oh my goodness, everyone was so shocked. Now, nobody knew that this old lady was a very powerful witch. She wasn't a good witch, but she wasn't a bad witch either. She was a fair witch, and this fair witch had left a little bag of seeds on Charity's kitchen table when she left. Outside, everyone had turned into chickens and dogs and monkeys and rabbits and pigs, and they were crying and whining and complaining about how they had been turned into animals. Well, Charity was now a chicken, but she didn't let that bring her down. I may be a chicken, but I'm grateful to have a bag of seeds. And she went outside and found a good patch of dirt and planted those seeds in the ground. She watered them and she weeded them. And let the sun shine down on them. And in a few weeks, she had a whole field of wheat. Charity knew it would take a lot of work to harvest the wheat, so she asked her neighbors if they would help her.
Not I, said the cat.
Not I, said the dog.
I can do poop. I'm too tired.
I'm too hungry.
I cannot do anything with teacher.
All right, I'll do it myself. And she did. She worked all day long cutting that wheat down. And she was exhausted at the end of the day. But she said, I may be a chicken, but I have all this wheat now. The next morning, Charity set off for the mill. Who will help me grind this wheat into flour?
Not I, said the cat.
Not I, said the dog.
I can do poop. I was about to take a nap.
I'm busy digging this hole.
I don't know what I want.
Fine, I'll do it myself. And she did. So she went to the mill and she ground that wheat into flour. It was hard work, but at the end of the day, I may be a chicken, but I'm so grateful that I have 2 big bags of flour now. The next morning, Charity asked one more time for help from her neighbors. Who will help me bake this flour into bread?
Not I, said the cat.
Not I, said the dog.
No, I did the pig. I'm enjoying the shade.
I'm chewing on this bone.
I have to walk away.
Okay, I will bake the bread myself. And she did. And when it came out of the oven, gotta go to my oven. It smelled so good. All her neighbors came knocking on her door. Always having a kind heart, Charity asked, "Who will help me eat all this wonderful bread?"
I will, said the cat.
I will, said the dog.
And I will get the pig.
Charity buttered a big piece of bread herself and took a bite. And instantly, she turned back into a human. Well, everybody was so excited that they clawed and fought and grabbed for the bread. But when they ate the bread, it turned into stone in their mouth. The fair witch had given everyone in the village a second chance to be kind and help somebody, but they hadn't changed and they stayed animals for the rest of their lives. Well, Charity said goodbye to the town of Not I and moved into a wonderful little village over the hill called I Will.
The end.
Excellent. Good job, you guys. That was so awesome. You did such a good job. We did it all in one take. That is amazing. I love it. You guys did awesome.